All right, cool. All right, Carl, you all set?
All set.
All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you back on Thursday. This is the best time of the week, next to Wednesday, of course. But Wednesdays, we get to talk a little bit about Lorie TV topics, and this is just an extension of those topics. So tonight's topic on Unleashed Live is going to be about your mouth controls your bank account. So we're going to go into a little bit of that. It's going to be funny. What's going on, darling? So we get to dive into the real deal topics about how in the world does your mouth control your bank account. So I am Lorie Woodruff, realtor, author, and host of Lorie TV in the Maryland and DC area. So put this together last year simply because it was a need for these adult topics that we always go through. And so we put together Unleashed Live, and here we are. Every Thursday, 9 o'clock, we get to dive into something brand new. So we got a couple of folks on panel. Carl, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Carl McGugan. I'm an independent contractor for Keeper Logistics. Operate a route in the Baltimore area, deliver high-value freight. And also, I'm working on a CD project that will soon be released.
Wonderful.
All contemporary and well anticipated. Many are looking forward to hearing what's going to be coming out from me.
Yes, we are.
That is on point, and it will be out very shortly.
Okay. Got some talented folks on the line. That's the reason why they can post their opinions up on here. So we got a new woman on the line. Thank God she tuned in, because if she didn't, I would feel personally threatened. Like, what's going on? Leanne Rodriguez, what's going on?
Hey.
How are you, Diva?
I'm good. How are you?
I miss you. I'm well.
I miss you. It took me a minute to figure out how to get this on my phone.
Oh, I don't think I've done it on my phone.
Yeah, so I'm doing it on my phone.
I'll probably be in the same position as you, but who are you, love? Introduce yourself.
I am a settlement officer in the DMV. I will say I'm the top settlement officer. Yes, I'm not cocky.
Look for her. Real estate professionals know who she is.
Yes, indeed.
And buyers who don't know, you probably not working with the right real estate agent who doesn't know her. So
there you go.
She's great at what she does, and she hustles her ass off. So
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Queen. Thank you for coming on. Daniel.
Hey.
Daniel Buffet, hello.
Hey.
Did you have a hard day, sir?
Oh my gosh, it was crazy long day. Been up since about 4 o'clock this morning. Just getting in the house from work and everything else that I had to take care of today. But super excited about tomorrow because we're going to Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Learn everything we possibly can about Forex trading. And I'm ready to come back and just like share all.
Okay. Yes, sir. What he is talking about, one of the organizations that we belong with, International Markets Live, is a group where they show you how to trade foreign currency. Nothing more, nothing less, but basically showing you how the wealthy folks dip into the other side of money. And so there's a convention this weekend, so that's what he's talking about. So we are ready for that. We are all ready for that. Anything to show me how to make money in addition to real estate, I'm all for it. And legally, you know.
Gotta multiply that money.
Gotta multiply that cash, y'all. Gotta multiply. All right, so you know the drill. Everybody needs a glass of something. All right. Carl, go get you a drinky drink. I don't care if you got water, lemonade, vodka, or whatever your choice is. Go get
I got some tea.
What you got in that purple cup?
I got some tea in there.
I got my Tito's.
There you go. I know Pumpkin has something in there. April. All right, so let's dive into it. We got about an hour of playtime tonight. Facebook, this is also for you to chime in with any opinions. Go to my page, and if you wanted to get onto the Zoom conference, you got the phone number and the link to join us, because we got 4 friends that you can't see right now, but you'll be able to hear them. So you can chime in with any questions and feedback. Okay? All right. So Daniel, you might have a little bit of delay also, it sounded like. So we'll let
slightly.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So your mouth controls your bank account. Why are we talking about this? And a lot of us are in real estate. We got sales. We've got IT. Why the hell are we talking about your mouth controls your bank account? So I want to start out with first from our wonderful book that's been around for a long time. You guys might have heard of it, the Bible. You guys, okay? We're not taking everybody to church, but we're going to start out with this, and this should lay the platform. In Proverbs 18, it says, death and life are in the power of the tongue. All right? So no matter what relationship you have, death and life are in the power of what we say and how we say it. Okay? So I want you to imagine hearing these words right here. You all set?
Good.
Yeah.
I am broke. I'll never find a man or a woman. I'll never get that job. I'm fat. I'm too skinny. I don't say the skinny part. You know, Leanne and I are pretty thick sisters, so let's just say I'm fat. Let's just say I say to myself, I'm fat. That person is more experienced than me. I'll never make more than X per year, whatever your salary is. I can't do it. I'll just wait a little bit longer. It's just not for me. You guys heard this stuff before, right?
Yes, absolutely.
We say this shit to ourselves every damn day, and we don't even know that we're doing it. Here's a big one. I'm not ready for that.
Yep.
Okay.
My credit is awful. You know, I hear that one all the time. And the last one is I'm depressed. Okay? All these things that we say to ourselves, whether we know it or not, we're actually setting ourselves up for failure.
Yep.
Right? Leanne hosts quite a few organizations I know where you deal with a lot of women, battered, abused.
Yep.
And it's not just about physical. It's a lot of times it's what comes out the mouth.
Yep.
And that could be that kind of abuse as well. So when these kind of words and phrases are said, I want this to resonate with each of us because we say this, but in actuality, the universe is saying, okay, you're fat. Cool. Chick, stay fat. You're depressed. Stay right there, because that's exactly what you keep telling yourself. And so many of us on this page here, Daniel, Leanne, myself, if you'll notice our page, you'll see a lot of funny stuff, but at the same time, you see more positive things to overshadow. Yep. You're not hearing gossip. You're not hearing a whole bunch of trash talk. You know, it's real conversations, but at the same time, we're here to uplift. And that right there, over the last couple of years, I've gone through depression. All right. And, you know, it's one thing where not too many people want to admit that. But at the same time, you have to admit that to start really healing from that point. Leanne, what do you think about that as far as the words and the phrases that we just said?
So, you know, personally, I've shared with you that I'm a domestic violence survivor. So I made the conscious decision, like you said, to bring more positivity into my own life.
Yeah.
So I have a friend that always says I'm broke. I said, you never put that out into the universe.
Never.
Never. I may not have enough right now, but what am I going to do to make it better?
Right.
Yeah, I try to stay positive. You have to. And as far as people that have been abused and the people that we have, and I say we, myself and my girlfriend / boss, the people that we've mentored, you try to just show them the positive. It's not easy to be positive every day, but I'll tell you what, the universe listens, the universe hears, the universe gives back to you what you put out. You got to stay positive. Yep. I'm very cautious with the words I use. Very cautious.
You have to.
Yes.
You have to be. Thank you for sharing that.
One of the other scriptures that's really relatable to this whole conversation is, as a man thinketh, so is he. You know,
right.
The thing is, whatever we think, we tend to say, and whatever we say will come to fruition. So it's key to make sure that our mind is equipped with nothing but positivity, that our mouths will automatically speak nothing but best for ourselves, which will change our entire reality. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's therapy. Little do you know.
On point. Right?
But it's real. A lot of people don't realize your thoughts. I try to wake up every day and find at least one thing to be thankful for.
Yes,
and
good.
every day I'm thankful that my children are healthy.
Right.
I'm healthy. My friends are good. One thing. If people found one thing a day to be thankful for, they would see some change.
One thing.
One
and
thing.
then the next day you'll get 3 things or 5 things.
Right.
So it's
Exactly.
when you're talking
And
to
it's
someone
kind of
who hasn't experienced that wave of life yet, it's like they're like this for a long time.
Yeah.
And then until you start overshadowing them and they start to see it, they'll either break down or that relationship will just separate.
Right.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because I think that we all, like, we've all been there, because, like, we can think something negative or whatever, that's what it's going to be. It's going to become what we think. But we start thinking positive, and let's say, hey, I want to have a new car. I want to have a new house or something. Those things will come into tuition. They will come. We don't know when, but they will come. They will. Just whatever we say, as Daniel and the Lorraine, Leanne. Sorry, these things will happen as we say it.
That's right. Expect it.
And don't you notice at times as well that you're a whole lot happier when you do more positive things?
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, it's like no negativity can really penetrate you, because all you're doing is speaking nothing but positivity.
You mean it's not an alcoholic high?
No.
Okay.
Positivity.
It's a natural high. It's a natural high.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So you are the authority over your life, period. All right. Whatever you say, whether positive or negative, reveals the real you. When you meet a man or a woman and they start talking that crap, believe them. That's who they are. They haven't got to that point yet. But it's up to you if you see, all right, this is my mission, to take them on and start feeding more positive vibes into them. Understand that's going to take work, because where you are could be years ahead of where they need to be. All right. So let's talk about 5 ways for mouth control 101. Let's talk about 5 tips for mouth control 101. So
101.
I like to keep it interesting. Number 1, stay busy blessing others.
Amen.
Stay busy blessing others. When you say prayers, speak others first, and then speak a blessing for yourself. Not selfish, but that's putting others first, and that's being a blessing to other people first. Stop opening the door for the devil. How you want to think about that? Huh?
Yeah.
You said stop opening the door for the devil. Man, that is the best one. My motto is, I can't take on other people's problems. I love you. I'll help you the best way I can, but I can't be around a whole lot of negativity.
No.
Right.
You see my circle. You see my circle.
It is.
There's some people in life, there are people that will drain your energy, and I'm all about energy. That's how I determine whether or not I like you as a friend or something more. Your energy tells me everything. And if you drain me, I can't have you in my life. Bye. I cannot have you in my life.
It's like a weight. Hold it down.
Yes.
Peace, homie.
Yeah. Listen, I've cut out so many negative people out of my life. You know what I mean? And I don't even associate with a lot of people that has negativity. If I can smell it on them now. You know what I mean? You come, to me. You don't even have to speak a lot of times. All I need to do is just observe your actions. I don't need you in my life. I don't need you around me. And please, your interaction with me. By all means.
You're the only single guy on here. So if you meet a beautiful young woman and she's got a little bit of negativity and she keeps talking about her weight, I'm fat. What do you think? How I look? But she looks good. Fat. She looks good.
Yeah,
does she have a chance?
This is the deal. All right, for me.
Oh, we're getting up for this one.
Let's sit up a little bit.
Listen here.
You only get a couple of chances with me. You know what I mean? Because once again, like I said, I'm really observing your actions. I'm observing your words. I don't really. People think that I don't observe. You know what I'm saying? They don't think that I catch a lot of things that people say and
But you do.
But I really do. You know what I mean? So when you say something fly out of your mouth, something negative here and there, I'm picking it up.
She might need some work. That's all. I have dealt with men who have not been on that positive wavelength. This has been years, of getting this together, as far as getting your mindset together. That's not 30 days.
No, I understand everybody's at a everybody has that transitional phases.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody, got to work themselves up, so on and so forth. But I want to see that you're working towards that. Now, I'll correct you a couple of times. But the thing is, I want to see if you're going to wind up catching yourself saying it, and correcting yourself saying it. You know what I mean? I've had friends who have just spoke negative, and I've corrected them several times. But they continue down that path of negative.
Yes.
And that's when I got to.
Over and over again.
So, Lorie, I have a question, though.
Yo.
So do you think there's a difference between somebody who says, I'm fat, I'm ugly, because their self-esteem is so low, or because they want that validation from someone? Because some women who know that they're bad-ass women will just be like, oh, my ass is too big. I'm sorry, am I allowed to say that? Yeah. My ass is too big, or, I'm not pretty, I'm not attractive. They might do that just for the validation because they like the attention. But then there's also the women that truly believe that I'm not worthy.
Ask them.
How do you know the difference?
I would ask, because women, we don't always say what we really need to say all the time. And I always said, when you ask a woman the first time, hey, what's wrong? She's not going to tell you.
Nope.
After the third time, trust me, guys, I don't know what it is about this, but you ask a woman the third time, honey, what really seems to be the problem? She'll let you know.
She gonna tell you.
Yeah, that first time, you just got I would just say ask her, because every woman is different. I can't just blanket and just say it.
Right.
But I have said it maybe sometimes to get attention. I have said it just to see what he's thinking and what he would say.
Yes.
So
exactly.
It depends.
Why do y'all play the games, though?
Not a game.
No, like he said,
Daniel, watch. Yeah. Daniel, am I pretty?
Yeah.
Am I pretty?
You already know the answer.
We ain't going through Leanne. You already know the answer, Leanne.
We already know the answer.
Am I pretty?
Ask y'all these questions. Trust me.
Carl, am I pretty?
Yes, you're a beautiful young lady.
He's married, so he knows.
Give me the trouble.
There was no delay right there, Leanne.
I'm sorry.
So I don't know. Women, we do what we do, but I speak and I don't sugarcoat conversations just because I'm a woman. I get into women's asses too when it comes down to, no, I think this should have been a better approach, because a lot of us now these days, Leanne, do you notice we just don't even speak up?
Yep.
It could be something where, hey, I don't like this particular person, or it was something that they did in passing. If you don't say it at that time, guess what? That's just sitting there as an issue. But if you would have said something to that person, that could have let them know, oh, well, shit, I didn't even know that you felt that way.
Yeah. You and I have had offline conversations to that respect. And I often wonder, you and I have had offline conversations about that. And that's still keeping negativity. So if somebody doesn't fuck with me just because they don't fuck with me because they think something, be a woman, be a grown-up, be a human, just be another adult and tell me what did I do and let me fix it. Yes.
That's more
a lot of times we keep it too quiet.
That's more that 8th grade stuff, and I don't understand why men and women don't say something. And then when I ask, well, how come, we're in a tight circle here of friendships, for example. How come you never said anything? This was like 6 months ago or a year ago. Well, I didn't want to ruffle any feathers.
You don't hurt your feelings or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. But I'm like, you just made it worse by holding that in.
Yes.
So stop holding it in. If you got something to say to somebody, good or bad, even if it's just some helpful, I was thinking helpful advice, say it.
Yeah, but Daniel said something good. Daniel, you said something good. You know, everybody is at a different level of, and I call it awakening. I'm not a religious person by any means. I grew up Catholic. I'm more spiritual. I'm about energy. I'm about that type of shit. Mm-hmm. Everybody is at a different level. And it's not until I'm comfortable enough with myself, but I expect so much more from other people. Mm-hmm. But if you can't give it to me, I just move on.
I
move on.
Right.
I pray for you, but I move on.
You don't have time.
Like, honestly, I think all of us are kind of at that age where it's like, listen, if I'm not going to mess with you, I'm not going to mess with you. You know what I mean? If you respect me, I'm going to respect you. If you love me, I'm going to love you. You know what I mean? I think it's a two-way street. We're not doing this one way anymore. So by all means, whatever you give me, I'm going to give back to you.
Back in return.
Yep.
But just woman up, and just say, hey, something was bothering me. Just felt, even if it's in the job setting, hey, something was bothering me, and I just felt I wanted to get this off my chest. Trust me, you'll feel better. But the ones, to me, that don't say anything are more cowards.
Yep.
It's more cowards.
Doesn't it seem like the simplest thing in the world to just be able to express how you feel? I know it took me a lot of years to be comfortable to say, hey, Lorie, I ain't like the way you said that to me the other day. But like you said, it would make things so much better if I just tell you how I feel.
People just got to stop being afraid of being judged, or stop being afraid of judgment, because that's why we go back. So we don't know what they're thinking or what they may say. Don't be afraid of judgment.
But you don't know what that person is. I mean, everybody has something going on backstage in their life. And so let's say somebody has called me bougie, or somebody has called me stuck up. Sometimes if I'm in a zone where I'm not saying anything and I'm just minding my business, to someone on the outside that doesn't know me, stuck up. Don't have a set of words.
Yep.
Let's just say we're now in a business setting. Let's say we're now in a business setting and we are talking about anything, all right? And it comes up where, let's say for the past 4 months, that person didn't even care for me because I'm stuck up, and they never even knew anything about it. Now, had they asked, is everything okay? You know, I'm feeling a vibe from you. You know, what's going on? I could say, you know what? I just got some bad news today.
Right.
Or, you know, I missed an opportunity today. So excuse the way I was looking. You have no idea what's going on backstage of someone's life.
Nope.
But when you just take on, okay, I don't F with you because of the way you look. Or, you know, let it be something that actually happened. All right, I stole money from you. I took your man. And your woman.
Right, let it be substantial.
Yeah, or I got the house that you really wanted. Did I really do something that affected your life? I don't know. But, you know, people communicate with your mouth. That's all.
Hey, Lorie, it's hard being Redbone. It's hard just being a Redbone, girl.
I'm telling you, I'm stuck up just because I'm light-skinned.
Exactly.
Down to earth, goofy person. You'll freaking meet.
Exactly. And I know you. I know you. You are very friendly. You know, exactly. It's that. Look, my hashtag is Redbone Attitude. If you think I'm that way, okay.
I'll help.
Yeah, you guys go through a lot. You guys go through a lot. Oh my gosh.
We're stuck up just because we're light skinned. And when I hashtag that, I am so friendly to every race. So please don't take it as all about light skin. I am all about humanity.
It's funny.
Nothing to do with it. I'm just saying that the shit I have to go through sometimes just because I'm light skinned.
Yeah.
I'm female and I'm stuck up just because. I guess. So
you got that pretty hair. You got them pretty eyes. You think you're better than everybody.
Oh yeah. Leanne is more endowed than I am, so she's definitely more stuck up than I am.
I'm definitely stuck up. But you know me, I'm far from it. Far from it.
She's very down to earth. Very down to earth.
A lot of that comes from other people's insecurities.
Yeah.
That too.
Yes.
It does.
It's straight insecurities. You know what I mean? Because now they're judging you based off of what you look because they don't feel attractive.
Yes.
Right.
Attractive.
That's all it is. So self-esteem, like Leanne has said. It comes down to self-esteem for some men and women that they hate. They love.
It's broken.
So tonight's topic is the mouth. controls your bank account. That's tonight's topic. So we're talking about your mouth controls the shit you do, you get into or you get out of. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
I saw a post today on Instagram, and the man was like, "I'm not dating no light skinned woman because I don't need the problems." Now, how stupid is that? Like, you don't know me.
You just express how dumb you are on Instagram.
You just express exactly. Your mouth just said.
Right. Because brown-skinned women and Asian women definitely aren't any trouble, right?
Oh, no. And white women
definitely aren't any issues. Just you, light-skinned girl. Just you.
Just you, Redbone.
Just you. All right, so the first one we said was stay busy blessing others. Stop opening the door for the devil to come in. And number 2 is be aware of the negative pitfalls. Okay? And that one right there, I was looking for all my notes because I had all of the pitfalls of the negative.
Lorie, I love this topic. I just want to tell you, I love this topic.
I'm glad you came on this time.
Oh, no, I was drawn to make sure I went on your Facebook page tonight.
Stalked me down. She stalked
yes,
me.
girl. I stalked you. You said don't let the devil in. You said don't let the devil in.
Right.
But you know what? A lot of times people don't recognize even who the devil is or who the bad people are for them.
True.
You think your friends are your friends. You think your family is for you. But as we get older and start recognizing vibes, that circle gets small for a reason.
Smaller and smaller.
Absolutely.
So just because you think they're your family or friends, you pay attention.
I'm probably the oldest one here on this little Zoom thing.
This little Zoom thing.
Really?
On this little Zoom thing. I'm probably the oldest one there. It's taken me some time to realize. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am biracial. My mom is white as snow, lily white.
Yeah.
My father is Puerto Rican. And there's been some hard lessons in my life.
I have been wondering about that.
I am German and Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay.
I am German and Puerto Rican. Most people can't.
Little German.
Okay, right. They're like, what the hell are you? What the hell are you? I'm German and Puerto Rican. There's been
Puerto Rican.
So when you say German and Puerto Rican,
the thing is, it's like I can hear
learned.
the accent. I can hear the Spanish like vibe. And
really?
Yeah.
Let her get mad. Let her get upset.
Oh, you don't want to see that.
Good.
Rodriguez didn't give you a clue?
Hey, far away.
Rodriguez didn't give you a clue.
I never really paid attention to your last name.
He didn't know. He just knew Leanne.
Okay.
I just knew Leanne.
I'll let it slide. But being the oldest, I'm sure I'm the oldest right here on the Zoom. So I can say I will be 45 this year. But it's probably taken me 42 years to realize what Lorie is trying to tell us tonight.
Yeah.
Because in my life, I still try, but I always try to find the best in people. But over the past 3 years, I've realized I can't save the world.
No.
I have to surround myself with good people. You have to in order to prosper yourself.
That's right. It takes time. I don't think I got more involved with personal development until about 2012. About 6 years now.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the circles that you keep.
Yes.
Circles that you keep. If you hang around people that curse all the time, like I do have a bad, filthy mouth sometimes. I do. I'm working on that. But if you hang around people who that's all they do is gossip, talk about people, spend excessive money, and they really don't have it, the habits that you are hanging around, I mean, that's where you are. That's what you're surrounded by. So if you're not talking about anybody like, girl, you should buy a house this year. Why would you do something like that? Like, I'm thinking about starting a business this year. Why the F would you do that? That sounds like expensive. Why would you do that? So sometimes you elevate yourself out of a group naturally because they're not growing at the same pace or keeping up at least a little bit with where you are.
Right.
It's okay. Some friendships got to go. Some friendships you stay. Not everybody, like I have girlfriends that we don't even talk about real estate with. That's cool. We have fun.
Yeah.
Right.
You got fun time friends. And then you've got friends that you need to dialogue. Like if I need to call Leanne about real estate or just what's going on in the city, she's got that covered. But everybody, just because they're your friend, don't think they have to be on the same exact equal as you. But as far as the vibration of their spirit, That's what I'm talking about. You can't hang out with people just because they're doing things total far left from what you want to be doing.
That's what I'm talking about, y'all. I was drawn to this conversation tonight, for real. There's a reason for this conversation.
Come on in on Thursdays. Come on.
I was drawn. I'm gonna put it on my calendar.
Yeah, I mean, this is like our happy hour time. Our happy hour time where we don't have to go out driving.
I'm good with my Tito's on my dresser.
That's all I got. All right, so the negative pitfalls are depressed. I just want you to think of some negative things that people would be saying. What are some negative pitfalls that would keep somebody?
Do you know what I hate? When people say, what's going to happen next? I cannot stand that. And that sounds really maybe juvenile.
Like what?
But when things are going, I have a girlfriend right now who's been going through a lot. And she consistently says, what's going to happen next? And I promise you, with everything I sit on right now, the universe keeps showing her what's going to happen next. Instead of saying, okay, there was a car accident, but me and my children are good. It's just a car.
Right.
Or, yeah, I don't have enough money to pay my bills and to go out. But guess what? We got food in the house and I got a roof over my head.
Money is coming. Yeah.
Money is coming. It's that stuff drives me crazy when people I always try to look at the glass half full versus half empty. And I try to make sure that the people that are around me want to view the things the same.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, like, dealing with an individual who
thank you, Leanne.
Glass half empty, it is draining.
Yes.
It's literally life draining. Sorry to say, was married to an individual that was like that before and could not, for the life of me, we could not get past her past.
Yeah.
Because of going to the past.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You were married before?
Yeah, I was.
Daniel, you know my baby daddy, so I'm not going to say his name. But he is one of those people.
He knows him?
Oh, he knows him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck it. He ain't gonna see this shit. Sean Duncan. Wait a minute. Go back to Daniel so I can see Daniel's face again. Daniel, say something. Yes, I am Sean Duncan's baby mama.
This is recorded, so you and your baby daddy.
But unfortunately, he is one of those people. Woe is me.
Why did you know he knew him, though?
Because I do my investigation, girl. Before I friend you, I do my investigation.
Wow, we got you. Anyway, we'll talk offline.
I think Daniel logged off.
Right, he was there. Anyway, beware of the negative pitfalls, folks. We'll talk about offline on that one.
It's okay, Daniel. It's okay. It's okay.
We are researchers to the core.
There's a what?
I done blew this man's mind.
Number three. This
Drink another drink.
In the personal, and this especially goes in the workforce. Number 3 is check your tone.
Yes.
Check your tone of voice. And I've had to do this before. I'm a very strong leadership type of chick. And sometimes that voice might need to be a little bit softer to talk to individuals. So when it comes to your mouth controls your bank account, let's say, for example, I'm going in for an interview and, my tone might seem to be a little bit aggressive to that employer. I may not get that job simply because they're thinking my tone seems to be a bit much for, let's say, an administrative position. I don't know. Or whatever the position could be, that could not be my place in their position. So have you all ever had a problem with your tone being a problem?
You know I have. Don't make me take over this. Do not make me take over this whole situation.
Watch your tone.
But you know what, Lorie? The thing is, in the beginning of my career, I was really soft. And I had an attorney tell me, if you're going to be in real estate, you have to learn how to get thick skin.
Yes, you do.
The balance between being assertive and being controlling is really hard.
Yeah, I battle with that, and I'm not saying, and I have to watch that. And I guess being a woman, we're both in the same kind of positions where at work we got to be in control. We got to control the deal and make sure the transaction gets through. At home, sometimes it could still be, even you're talking to your friends, it's not done on purpose, but it could be where it's like, she seemed a little rough.
Exactly.
Another time where your friends may not say something and they could just say, hey, watch your tone. If they would say that rather than just, she's a bitch. Daniel,
you and I have never met, but we've had phone conversations. No. So I'm sure on our phone conversation, you were like, "Ooh, she a bitch," but I'm really not.
No,
just that, like Lorie said. I always tell people in my personal life, I'm very submissive, but in my professional life, I'm a beast.
Right.
You can't tell me nothing.
I have never thought for one second that, you come off to me as, saying aggressively, or should I say a bitch. I don't like saying that word.
I know.
I've never, out of the conversations that we've had, never thought that.
I'm just about my business.
You knew what you were doing. You were on top of your game. You had the situation under control. That's all that I've ever thought. And I'm be honest with you, when I met Lorie, that's the exact same spirit that I got from her.
That's why we click. That's why Lorie and I click.
Like attract like.
Right. So, you know what I mean? Like, I like individuals like that around me because essentially I know that I can get things done with them. I don't have to second guess. I don't have to think about it. If I give it to you, I know it's already done. I'm off going to something else that I need to get done.
But to Lorie's question, to Lorie's question, as far as, our demeanor, our mouths, our attitudes in business, as women in real estate, real estate is a male, it's male dominated. So we have to be strong. Right. But sometimes I think that men in the industry take that a different way. Now, if you would have spoken to me, perhaps, but if you would have spoken to me even a year ago, I don't like to talk about myself. I'm very humbled when people like Lorie speak so kindly and so highly of me. But now I recognize, you know what? I am pretty good at what I do.
Thank you.
Right.
However, I am pretty good at what I do. I work hard to study and learn. Yeah. However, that could be misconstrued by, my counterpart, or misconstrued by a potential client that I'm maybe too much. Right. So back to what Lorie says, how do you fix that? Like, how do I be strong, but yet how do I make sure that you understand I know what the fuck I'm doing?
All right. So the Bible actually says, know those who labor among you.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's a point of you understanding someone else's demeanor and adapting into their demeanor so that they are not thrown off by your, your personality.
It's mirroring it. Because one thing I did have to pay attention to, and this is something I learned when I was back at Keller Williams years ago, when you're face to face, of course, it's easier. When you're face to face, and let's say I'm approaching you for the very first time, you're going to let me have it pretty much in the first 5 seconds as far as who you are.
Right.
Whereas if I met Daniel, I'm not going to approach him the same way because he's more calm. And so you mirror who's in front of you. So if Daniel is calm and we're sitting down and he's doing this, I'm going to do this too.
Right.
So that took some time, because if you're like, we're going to do this and then we're going to do this, you're going to send a deposit here. I'm like, okay, let me get on that same track with you.
Right.
Carl, same thing. So when I meet someone face to face, I would say that's probably the easier way to pick up their vibration, easier so that you can be like them, because our personalities, Leanne, could turn Daniel and Carl off.
Yes.
Yeah.
It can turn them off, and how it controls your bank account is if we're doing business with one another, he's not going to want to relate to someone who's like, I get it done in 20 days. And, he may say, hey, 60 days is good for me. I appreciate emails by communication. I like a detailed report on how things are done. Now that personality will take me down a little bit, but But I have to understand everybody's personality is not like mine.
It's different.
So mirror who they are to the best that you can.
I've met some crazy people in this business, and it's funny because you're making my mind work. And I guess as I get older, because I'm close to 50, y'all, you begin to be able to read people's personalities. And just your example right there is so on point. So on point.
That was the biggest part of Communication 101 that I got when I was in network marketing. Also, when I was at Keller Williams, they taught how to mirror the person, because if you're in front of someone, like my personality is very strong. Leanne is very strong. I don't know yet how you are, but I have to sit here and understand when you're in front of me, if you are about details, if you are about, I like a daily phone call.
Right.
I have to pay attention to those things and adapt. And if you can't adapt, then you're not that good in sales, because you have to learn to adapt to different personality types.
Do you have this on live? Man, you just gave some of your real estate colleagues the best advice in the world.
That's it.
Because a lot of them, I love all my clients, but what you just said was so profound. They have to learn to adapt, because everyone you run into is not the same.
Right.
You have to be able to know. I have to know how to deal with Lorie. Like with you, I can be me, 100%. I could be goofy, I could be whatever, but Now Daniel, I don't know Daniel very well. I might still be a little bit reserved with Daniel because I've never met him in person.
Right.
But what you just said, that's $1 million. That's $1 million.
That was the nugget that kept me going, because I would just go into an appointment just thinking everybody is like me and everybody wants to get stuff done quick. But everybody's just like, no, it's okay. We don't need quick. We just want thorough. We want thorough, sure. But so that's something that you really want to pay attention to, is mirror the person in front of you. Like Daniel has probably taught me to slow down a lot. Having him as a friend, he is one of my best friends, and Daniel slows my ass down, because he won't let me just jump off and just do everything. He's like, wait a minute. Did you think about this? So you got to have some friends that balance you out. Like,
yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You reel you back in.
Thank you, Daniel. But Daniel, on the flip side, is attracted to more assertive women. So you won't,
Daniel.
You won't see. I haven't seen anybody that you dated, but I doubt it she'll be passive.
Hey, Lorie, I fucked his mind up telling him who I was, though.
You did, and when you tell him, we're gonna talk a little bit more.
We got to talk.
Like, whoa.
We will. All right, let's wrap it up. Number 4.
Right.
Be cautious and think before you speak. That's a hard.
Amen. That I have a hard time with that, Lorie.
See, so you confessing everything. She said it with a smile, though.
I do. I have a hard time with that, and I need to learn. I need to learn to think before you speak.
This is what it stands for. Think. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Think. Those are the first letters of the words, all right? You think about that before someone says something to you. For me, if it's a guy and I in a relationship, any kind of relationship, and he says something out his mouth, I might need a moment because I need to think. Back in the day, you'll get it right there. It's just reaction time. So you gotta, it is that respond versus react. No, if I just respond to what you just said, it's gonna be a problem. But I need time to think about it so I can react the proper way, the more mature way at 42.
Yes.
So as we
comes
get
with
older,
maturity.
Yeah, so you got to think about these things, especially in the work setting too. And I'm saying this because we're talking about how it controls our cash, our money.
Right.
If you don't think when you're at, the negotiating table, if I'm in a relationship with another agent and myself, sometimes it's about me against her. It has nothing to do with the client sometimes. Sometimes it's about our vibe. And if I don't edify certain things in the situation, it'll be me against her or me against him in the deal. And that's not the way it should be. So think before you speak. Okay?
Yeah.
My client can't do the home inspection in 5 days. They can do it in 6 days. What will my reaction be? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a complication, but not too much for the deal. Anybody else would be like, why not? Why can't you do it in 5 days? Okay, that's a response you don't want to do. So think before you think, because you got to take a look. What's for the betterment of this situation? How am I trying to get into this deal with no problem?
Oh, I love you guys. You're so good. I had a situation today whereas a lender was telling a client that my fees were so much higher than their title company. And of course, my knee-jerk reaction is to call her up and be like, why are you talking shit? Why are you talking shit? But I can't. So instead, right.
Hold that tongue back.
Exactly. Because I'm telling you, I was about to call this trick and be like, why are you talking shit? Because at the end of the day, I'm the cheapest in the DMV.
And on Facebook where they like the relationships
or go to Facebook. I was about to go to Facebook and be like, stop running your mouth. You don't know about my fees. But instead, I said to my processor, could you please do a quote for me?
See? You have to think.
I was a big girl tonight. I was a good girl tonight. I was a good girl tonight.
That's your money.
The devil was trying me, girl, but it's my money. It's my money. It's my money. It's my money.
You got to backspace sometimes, guys.
Let me tell you.
Backspace. And that email, too. Lighting around. I'll be going in sometimes when emails are like, oh, no, backspace.
Exactly. Because me popping off to her and the client's going to be like, I don't want to work with her. I don't want her to close my loan. Exactly. I'm like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be a professional today.
Terrifying.
Yeah, and that's how you destroy relationships as well. You know what I mean? You destroy so many great relationships by just popping off at the mouth a lot of times. Yes. And even though, you may not, well, sometimes you do mean it in that aspect. Right. But the thing is, Bible always tell you, be slow to anger, be slow to speak, be swift to hear.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because you have to hear what it is the individual is truly trying to say, so you can respond properly. Right. A lot of people don't even want to listen. Right. You know what I mean? They just want to respond. And that destroys so many great things that can happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you can create a calamitous situation like that too. Just to go along with what you said with that, Daniel. It says, shrewd is the one that has seen the calamity proceeds to conceal himself. You know, if you said this, say that, ain't no telling what could happen or how that person may react to that. So become shrewd,
Don't mess up.
You guys are so full of knowledge. You know what my mom used to say to me all the time, because I was a hothead when I was younger.
No.
And she always used to tell me, I can't believe it. She would tell me, Leanne, you cut your nose off to spite your face. Yeah. I never understood that.
Be the big
but I do now.
Be the bigger person, huh?
Absolutely.
I hated that. My mom would tell me the same thing.
Mom would tell you the same thing?
Yeah, I'm like, why would we be the bigger person?
Yes.
You be the bigger person. All right.
Yes.
Stand up. So I get it.
Yep.
This is a wonderful conversation. I love you guys.
Don't mess your money up. Because
I mess your money up.
There have been times like when I'm working with clients, and this is why I have to have a team around me, because when I'm working with someone, I have had this where if you are ready to go look at houses, I'm ready to go. If you say you're ready, but you're really not ready, I'm going to find you and I'm going to get you. And that's when I need to get backspacing on emails, because I'll say, you know what? Maybe you missed the market. Maybe this is not your time to buy right now. And so that is a cloud for don't waste my time. Not right now is what we're not going to be just volunteering on this bus of looking at houses. Maybe now is not your time. So I've had to do that so that no one gets offended with it, but at the same time, I still have to protect my time. But you can't just say first thing that comes to mind. Be cautious and think before you speak. Get somebody to proofread your email just in case.
Girl.
Lightning round. But don't leave that voicemail neither when something's real mad. Just, hey, I might need some help. How's it sound? And your good friends might tell you, yo, who are y'all enemies? No.
Right.
Exactly.
No.
But you know what? In our business, time is money. And if the general public understood, it would be easier, but they don't. Because I think in our business, we just sit around and drink cocktails, eat bonbons, and collect a commission check every couple of days.
Right.
But it's real. It's real.
Right.
It's real.
And just for the people that may not understand, we are the only crazy souls on earth that will work with client for weeks and months at a time and then get a paycheck.
Exactly.
So excuse the lightning round sometimes that may come because you get paid on your job every 2 weeks, whether what you do, right?
Exactly.
I mean, 4 months and the deal never closes. Think about I want you to think about how much commission was at the end of this transaction. Let's say it's a $300,000 house. Great. 3% commission, that's $9,000. Divide that by 4 months. Please tell me what that is.
Exactly. Do that by an hour. Do that by an hour.
$2,000 a month. Don't you get paid more than $2,000 a month on your job?
Exactly.
And then when people look at our check, they're like, well, you got paid $9,000.
But I got to pay people.
Exactly.
I got to pay people back because it's been 4 months working with you.
Exactly.
So that's why we got to keep a lot of things going on to keep, 3, 4, 5 deals closing a month. That's great. I won't even hear, I got a check today.
Girl, speak it into existence. Speak it into existence. Yeah. Lorie, I need you to come talk about this cryptocurrency.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Because I'm curious.
I'm curious.
I'm curious.
All right. So check your tone. Be cautious and think before you speak. And the last one is believe and execute your vision.
Amen.
That just simply means affirm everything. And this goes down, if you haven't done it already, I'm a firm believer in creating a vision board. Even when I'm talking to first-time buyers, I say create yourself a vision board. And I think, Leanne, you all had a vision board party last fall.
I did it with one of my real estate agents. We did a vision board home buyer workshop where we had the buyers do the vision of their perfect home. Because I think, and I do it personally, I will write down, I have a book. I have a career book and I have a personal book. And I write down what I want because it's going to come true. I believe it was Daniel that said earlier, if you speak it, it will come. And if we believe that, you can manifest anything you want. You just have to believe it. You have to set your mindset. You have to train yourself to believe. You will never hear me say I'm broke. You will never hear me say I'm ugly. You will never hear me say I'm fat. You will never hear me say I'm sad. It doesn't mean that I don't have times where I feel a certain way, but
you don't
to the universe, exactly. I'm not saying there. Right. To the universe, I tell the universe what I want. Right. And if people just understood that, every day you've got to find something, the smallest thing to be thankful for. On your Facebook how the memories come up? Yeah. All right. So 1 year ago, my HVAC system went out. I had no heat. 1 year ago.
In March.
My heat in March. And we had the coldest, it was the coldest time of 2017. But guess what? I had the ability to be able to get me an HVAC system. Right. Or the ability to buy me some portable heaters. So instead of saying, oh, woe is me, I don't have any heat, you just turn that shit around. Right. And if more people understood the strength of positivity, of positive thinking, of positive affirmations, oh my God, we would all be so great. You're making me hot. Lorie, I am in the best place of my life in the 45 years I've been alive.
I can tell you're in a place. I can tell you're different now than a year ago.
Exactly.
We all are. And that's
change of mindset.
And I can tell by sometimes people postings, when their postings start becoming a little bit more different, I think once you started doing the postings with, what's your girlfriend's name?
Fiona?
Yeah, but you guys were doing the car comparison. I can tell a shift was happening with you.
Yes.
But I want to challenge everybody out there. A vision board does not have to be complicated. And this, if you're buying a home, it doesn't have to just be because you're buying a home. But I want to challenge you to get one. Go to the dollar store. Get yourself a poster board or two. Doesn't matter. You be colorful. Get whatever color you want. But then I want you to go get some magazines. And then I want you to also go to Google, because Google has any and every freaking picture that you can imagine. All right. And I want you to imagine what your life looks like up here. Everything that your life looks like up here. All right. But more so importantly, how it looks right here in your heart. So think about how much money you want to make every month. Where is your house? What does your house look like? Put some positive quotes on there. Are you looking to open a store? Are you looking to write a book? Are you looking to get married? Put a ring on there. Put some scriptures of what a successful marriage looks like. What looks like for your children's future. I want you to put everything that you feel in your heart that you deserve. I put a Tesla on mine.
I know that's right.
And then on there,
floating in space right now.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
One floating in space right now.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Floating on Earth. Then I want you to put dates on there of when it will happen. All right. It's not to say magically, if you don't visit this every day, that's on you. That's your fault. But you get those pictures, you cut them out, and you paste them on your poster board. Why? Because this is the vision that you have to see. I'm not saying do it and then look at it again in April. You put this poster up and you take a look at it before you go to work, before you go to bed, at least once a day. And once you start to check in on there and you just start to touch the car and you touch the money and you touch the relationship quotes and things that you're looking to do, you will start to see those things manifest all of a sudden. Because all of a sudden, the story goes back with my car, Leanne. Like, I don't know if I told you this story about the car, but when I got my Infiniti back in 2015, it was on my mind that I wanted either a white one or a black one. All right. And when a good friend of mine, Rodney, had told me, he called me one day, and sometimes you just have those spiritual friends that just like pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I had wanted the car, and I didn't have it on the vision board at the time, but he knew out of conversation that was my dream car. And he called me one day and he says, "So what about your car?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He says, "Didn't you say you wanted that Infiniti?" I said, "Yeah," and I kind of perked up a little bit like Daniel did. Yeah. He said, "Well, go get your car." Just out of nowhere. Like, we weren't talking about anything else. And because I had just mentioned it in conversation, you know what? I did have it on my vision board, but it was a white one with a hat, top down. And it was red on the inside. So I got up and I was like, "I just don't know if I'll be able to get the financing. I think it's just going to be expensive." He was like, "Go get your car." I'm like, "All right." And when somebody challenges me, I'm just like, "Okay, let me go to the dealership." Now, the dealership normally who I deal with, he wasn't there that day. But something just told me go down there anyway. Something told me just go down there anyway. So I went down there and I said, before I got there, I said, "Listen, I know Greg is not there, but I'm looking for a white or a black Infiniti. What am I ordering? Automatic." He says, "We don't have that. We do have a 4-door. I said, "No, it's got to be a 2-door. It's got to be a 2-door. And so I went down there anyway. And he said, "Just come on down. Just come on down." And this story almost gets me into tears because it shows everything that we just talked about today as far as how you can manifest things by visualizing it and speaking it into existence. So I go down to the dealership and he's like, "Well, we don't have it." But he's like, "Hold up. I actually have one coming in." And I'm about to go get my nails done. So I'm like, whatever salesman, you got one coming in, huh? Okay. So he says it's white. It's got low miles. It's automatic. So he walks me outside to my car because I was just like, whatever. He says, that's the car right there. The lady is actually coming in here to trade it in. Y'all, when I looked at that car, you know how you want to jump up and down?
Yes.
I'm like, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, it's sunroof, black interior. Now remember, I said I either wanted white or black. So it was white with black interior. So I'm walking
Black interior.
I was like, it's all right. He said, well, go get your nails done, and then I'll work the numbers up, and I'm going to give you a call. This man calls me within 20 minutes. And he says, Miss Woodruff, the car is yours if you want to come back and get it. And I'm sitting in there like, oh, my gosh. My day did not start out this way. My day did not start out that way. So there, Rodney Roach, I always give big shout out for you just for making sure I go for my dreams. People like that, that's why I said you have to surround yourself with people because they're on a different vibration and they're checking in with you and you don't even know it. You don't even know that they're about to call you. When he said, go get your car, I was like, okay.
That's your angel.
And that's my car. That's my car story. That was on my vision board.
Yeah.
I put a date on there and I had missed it, but 3 months later, it actually came true. So that's why I say put dates on those vision pictures that you have on there. Even with like Leanne, like when you deal with first-time buyers, when you all are doing home buyer seminars, that's huge because people have to see things.
Yes.
That's why houses are staged for a reason. You got to see it. But if you're doing a home buyer workshop and folks are not getting that position, well, I don't think I have enough money. I don't think I'm going to get approved. I want you to put your credit score on that board. I want you to put how much money you're making at your job. Because you have no idea what's going to happen that next day you going to work. And they say, we actually are promoting you.
Yes.
You know, you skipped over a couple of other people, but we want to make sure you get the position. You were like, the freaking world. So you put it on and know how crazy it may sound. I don't care how crazy it may sound. Yes, you want that 5-bedroom house with the 3-car side garage. Put it on there. If it's for you, it's going to be happening for you.
Girl, you know what I see right now? Lorie Woodruff. I see Unleashed live on a physical tour. That's what I see.
Well, you do know the book is turning into a movie, right?
Girl, that's what I'm talking about.
Like a movie?
That's what I'm talking about.
The script is done, y'all.
Yes.
The script is done.
Congratulations.
Put it on paper. This is it right here.
Yes.
This is it. I have to put it in Word format so that do his piece. But I spoke it. That was on my vision board.
It's coming to fruition. What we talking about next week?
Write the vision, make it plain upon tables that
and make it plain. So
can
I say all
run.
that to say, stop.
Get it.
You can't do it.
I'm going to tell you again. I'm going to say it again. I've said it 5 times. The universe pushed me to make sure I went on your page today, and I downloaded this stupid little app. And I came on here. Because you guys, once again, the people in your life that inspire you to make sure that you know that you're on the right path.
There you go.
What did that say? Your mind is a powerful thing. When you fill it with positive thoughts, your life will start to change. You damn right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Daniel, you still my friend, even though I'm his baby dad.
Okay, so let's wrap it up. So let's talk about, next week, we are going to be talking about the joy of doing nothing.
The joy of doing nothing?
Doing nothing. Yes, that is next week's topic. I'm not going to be out of town. I'm going to be back in town. So thank you all for those that have chimed in. DJ, I appreciate all the kind words you have said. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And, of course, my Unleashed family, you take a pause. I'll be right back. Hold on. But I thank you guys very much for tuning in for the topic. If you have any questions, definitely come on over to social media. Leanne Rodriguez is in real estate. She is with
Pride Settlement and Escrow.
Settlements and Escrow. All right. She's the queen of that. Daniel Bethay is the author of Tears of a Man. If you all have not gone onto his social media page, we will make sure that we are tagged. So if you need to get this book, poetry, ladies, ladies and gentlemen, poetry, ladies.
Ooh.
And Carl, my other entertaining friend, we will be hearing the good sounds of Mr. Carl. There you go. We will be hearing the good sounds very soon.
Yes.
It's a coming.
If you haven't already, all of
Lorie,
this
we talking offline.
We are.
We talking off.
Yeah,
we're talking offline.
Yeah, hold on. And this is the whole reason why Unleash is so special to me, is because it really allows people to be attractive from the inside out. So if you haven't gotten this book already, no, the book is not just for women. Men love it too, because they need to be unleashed too. We put a lot of pressure on the guys to do stuff every single day, but it really is an attractive piece where we can show people how to be attractive from the inside out and get that freaking glow, and people just can't stand you. So too bad. So that's all about Unleash. So thanks you guys for tuning in.